Say who is Doctor Who?
This is Tim Trelaw.
This is David J. Howe.
I'm Peter Purvis.
I am Sadie Miller.
This is Lauren Cornelius.
Larry, it's Fraser.
For all things in the Doctor Who collecting world and beyond, the Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. I'm Larry Van Mersbergen, your host, and I've been collecting for 42 years. You're listening to Doctor Who Gives a Fuck, a drunken Doctor Who podcast on the Direction Point Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to Doctor Who Gives a Fuck, a drunken Doctor Who podcast for the end times. This is JB in New Orleans.
This is Sean in Austin.
This is Chris in Springfield, and I don't have the spoons for this.
Oh, God. We never have fucking spoons.
I do.
No, I'm serious. I'm going on a rant now because every fucking time I reach for a spoon, there's not one there. And I washed these dishes. We ran the dishwasher last fucking night. Why don't we have any fucking spoons? And I asked Darlene that the other night. Why don't we have any fucking spoons? And she said, well, if you remember, we got our silverware from our friend Amy as a gift. And it was actually, she actually just gave us her old silverware because she bought new silverware. But they were short on spoons because Lisa, who was 1/4 of the poly love nest situation that was going on at the time at the household, had to have all the spoons so she can like stir her tea.
I'm way too stoned for what you just said.
That was. I did not know I was kicking a hornet's nest there.
No, because it's just like I mean. We use all the fucking. I know what we do with all the fucking spoons. We always put out a fresh spoon whenever we like put cat food on the dish. So by the time we're ready to fucking eat, there's no more spoons left. And you can't use the plastic spoons because that'll give the cats an allergy.
Oh really?
Yeah,
we have the most hostility I've ever encountered towards spoons.
Oh come on!
Yeah,
no, for real.
In this. No, you can't. I mean, because when we had Coraline and Islington early on, we had like this little plastic tray that we used to put their food in, and Coraline, she basically got not quite like a cold sore, but it's like she got something like on her mouth, and like we asked the vet about that, and it's like, oh yeah, if the plastic that's bad for them, they're allergic to it, so we just put them on like regular plates, and it went away.
Okay, I just had to do a mental check to make sure. Oh, yes, indeed. All of my cats drink out of glass or metal bowls. Okay.
Yeah.
Was there a reference to spoons in this episode that we're talking about that I didn't catch?
No.
I just said I don't have the spoons for this. Do you know what I mean when I say spoons?
No, explain the etymology there, Chris.
There's some psychology thing that it's like, you wake up with so many spoons, right? And I don't ask why they use spoons for this analogy. And it varies from person to person and how much sleep you get and your diet and all this, how many spoons you got. And then going through, like getting up, that takes a spoon. Going to work, there's a spoon. You'll probably use like at least 3 or 4 just to get through an average work day. And then making dinner, there's another spoon. And the thing is, if you don't have enough spoons to get all the normal shit done, then you kind of bonk out, and that's when your life starts going astray and the dishes aren't getting washed and what the fuck have you.
Right.
And it's like, and the whole idea is like, if you have depression, that shorts you like 3 or 4 spoons from the get-go, and sometimes you have days that you just wake up and you don't have any spoons. But me and my wife have talked about that shit before, and every now and then we'll just hit each other up with like something will start happening. It's like, I am out of fucking spoons. I cannot do this.
All right. I remember when I was unemployed and Tom went out of the country somewhere, gallivanting about doing whatever. And
Plotting your death.
I had nothing to do. And I think I woke up that first day with 10 spoons. And by the time the day before he came back, I probably had half a spoon left because I started day drinking, doing all kinds of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't like, hiring hookers or anything like
Yeah,
that.
a hangover, that's like 5 spoons gone right off the bat.
It depends on how much of an alcoholic you are, but still, if you got to get up and go to work and get up at 6 o'clock and you've been up since 2 o'clock drinking. Why are we talking about this? Okay, this is a Doctor Who podcast, right?
I
Barely.
I really did not expect Spoons to go off on this kind of tangent.
This would have been really helpful if we were like reviewing Robin of Sherwood, but we're not.
Yeah, or I actually thought it was a reference to Sylvester McCoy. Yes, exactly.
I can tie it in.
He's always got all enough spoons. Sylvester McCoy will never run out of fucking spoons. He's got it that much together.
The new Sonic kind of looks like a fucking spoon.
Oh.
Or a remote. I think it looks more like a remote control.
I think I really crudely compared it to if the old Sonics were like tampons, this is a Kotex.
Crude. But you're not wrong, sir.
Oh my God, that might have been the funniest thing I ever heard. Okay, no, it's not. Okay.
Well, before we're going to talk about this this new Doctor and this special, which we're actually going to do a review / commentary. We're just going to watch it and talk over it. I'm sure we'll
make fun of it, get
make
distracted.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm sure we all have our points that we're going to make. So, I went to Fan Expo this last Sunday, which is the Fan Expo, which used to be Wizard World. And I just went on Sunday because I actually went to the Joan of Arc parade, which is like the first parade of Mardi Gras. Yes, we're in carnival season, folks. Yeah. So I didn't go last year because I was in Fan Expo on Saturday night or Saturday into the evening, and I just wanted to go on Sunday because I really hate crowds. And it's always the most crowded on a Saturday. So I actually went to the Joan of Arc parade, and me trying to avoid crowds, that was not going to happen.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, that sounds like a.
No, I went because we were hanging out with friends, and of course my friends. Okay, our friend Jamie, who organized it, or had to organize it, the meeting place at a bar because she needed to have a restroom nearby. So we go there. We're like deep into the French Quarter at this bar, and the music is so fucking loud, and there's people in the streets and everything, and there's more people, and there's more people, and like all our friends are there, but I mean, I can barely hear anyone. It's very loud. I just fucking lost it, and it's like Darlene's like, you're not okay. We can move. So we walked along, and we were trying to find some other friends of ours who were at the beginning of the route. And at one point, we just couldn't get past a certain street. So we finally ended up at a place that wasn't so bad. And we were actually near the beginning of the route. And we saw the Joan of Arc parade, which is really, really cool because it basically tells the story of Joan of Arc. Don't ask me to repeat it because I just don't know. But
I'll watch the movie.
Okay. Or just, I'll just watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure again. But that was
accurate.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but yeah, so we went to that. So Sunday, I went to Fan Expo by myself, and I had my Doctor Who Gives a Fuck T-shirt on, and I had several people like, "Oh yeah, I love your shirt." It's like, yeah, it's my podcast. So we might have a bump in listeners this week.
Okay. Cool.
So I basically just
try to not suck.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, some people like it when we do suck, I don't know. So I went to a couple panels. First one was Felicity Day.
Okay.
She had a really interesting story because she said that she got to know Stan Lee from doing all the cons. They befriended each other and all that.
That's very high nerd cred right there.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's about as high as you can get.
Yeah, and she was telling this really sad story about.
I don't know.
Well, I know. Sean, he just doesn't understand. He's not in the comics, so.
Well, I'm not either. I'm not a comic guy either, but I still know that amongst the comic folk, that would be like, oh my god, you were buddies.
Okay,
with Stan
comic,
Lee, you know.
Well, the thing is, like, Stan Lee has met fucking everyone, so it's not really much like.
I was going to say Gene Roddenberry. That would probably be the biggest. I'm telling you.
Oh,
he's been dead for how long now, though?
George Lucas. By golly.
But people diss on Lucas all the time, though.
I know. Okay.
And some people diss on Roddenberry, but no one disses Stan. I mean, come on, Stan fucking Lee. You know, the only people who diss on him are like the people that he worked with, but that, you know, they don't count.
Yeah, fuck them.
Was he grabbing tits or something?
No, because I mean, Jack Kirby had a gripe with him about how he just took the credit from everything.
Okay, right.
Steve Ditko had his issues with him. Anyway, but she was telling the sad story about how she was at a convention with him, and this was like 3 days after his wife died.
What?
Yeah, and she was like, Stan, what are you doing here? Your wife just passed on. What are you doing at this convention? And he's like, I don't know. Because his handlers were just mistreating him so badly. I mean, he would get up on stage and he'd be light up and everything, and then when he was off the stage, nothing. And I remember going to Wizard World in Chicago once, and I walked past where he was having a signing. There was like all these people standing in line to see have Stan Lee sign something for them, and he was just like sort of shriveled up. He was just bent over on his chair. He was like, you know, just writing, just never looked up. He looked like a fucking corpse up there.
Yeah,
man, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
that would make for a great movie.
And then you've got what's her name, Clara. That's oh my gosh, I'm feeling a wee bit gassy today. I'm gonna have to cancel the con.
I was walking past the autograph tables at Fan Expo, and what was really sad is they had Joey Laurel Adams, who was the lead character in Chasing Amy, and Jason Lee, who was also in that movie. Mm-hmm. And like Jason Lee had like a few people at his table. Joey Laurel Adams had no one at her table. She was just like staring at her cell phone, like the 2 or 3 times I passed by there.
Poor thing.
Aww.
I feel bad for them sometimes.
You really do. You really do.
I was at one. Lou Ferrigno was there. Nobody was talking to Lou Ferrigno, and like I'm like, dude, it's Lou Ferrigno. Come on,
I'd have been all about talking to him. Hell
yeah. He was talking to whoever his neighbor was, you know, I don't know, Will Wheaton or whoever.
Oh, wow. Who probably had like a line out the door for
No, I'm joking. Autograph. It wasn't Will Wheaton. If it was somebody that I like maybe knew. But okay, so there were no Doctor Who people there.
No.
There was another one.
Those people are weird.
I think that, I think there might be some anti-Doctor Who bias there. And I don't mean that, but I kind of mean that. Like, there may be a reason. Probably because it's too expensive.
Yeah, I guess so, but maybe because I don't know about modern Who or I don't know what you call it, but like for classic Who, I think they would probably prefer the smaller fan run conventions because they're like more low key.
Definitely, I totally agree.
I like how you totally threw in that subtle backhanded. Y'all just too poor to be into Doctor Who.
Well,
it's not cheap.
No, it's not. It's not fucking cheap.
It costs more to ship some Doctor Who that's been in like 2 episodes. Okay, it's the lady that
Martin Clunes. I don't think he's going to be pulling much people at Fan Expo.
Martin Clunes. No, he was in a show. Doc Foster. Doc.
No one knows what that is.
It's sort of a northern exposure, but set in England, where he plays a doctor who moves into a small town. Yeah. Anyway, I hate Martin Clunes. I find him so
I just pulled repulsive. That name out of my ass, too.
Fuck that guy.
Young Martin Clunes. I mean, not the old Martin Clunes. Mm-hmm. Young Martin Clunes. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You're all in that. Okay, we get it. Okay.
No, I'm not all in that. And it's snake dance sexy. Oh yeah. No, he looks repulsive. His mouth and his it's white privilege oozing all over the place. What? Yeah, it costs more to ship him in from London than it does Shatner from Vegas or wherever the guy lives.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, who was all at Fan Expo here? Let me punch that up real quick. Expo, celebrities, Fan Expos. Okay. All right. So we had all four Hobbits. We had Linda Hamilton.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we had Linda Hamilton. We had the guy who played Daredevil on TV. We had Katie Sackhoff, who was there on Saturday only. Rose McGowan and some other chick from Charmed. Why is it not giving me all of them here? Oh, because it's already been over here. But yeah,
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, who's the guy who played RoboCop? What's his name? Peter Weller.
Yeah,
he is fucking old.
Yeah,
that movie's like 40 years old, dude.
Oh my god, he was he looked like a fucking corpse over, where he was signing at the table where he was signing, man. He was just like not looking good at all.
A former coworker's husband went to high school with him, and he was a real dick.
Oh, I bet. Bruce Campbell was there. He had a big line.
Oh yeah, everybody loves. He's so cool. He is like truly cool. That's your nerd cred right there.
Yeah. Well, maybe I knighted him. I knighted Bruce Campbell.
Okay.
So I don't know if anybody else has like the Queen of England or anything. Is he Sir Bruce Campbell? I don't think he. No,
I don't think
there's no way
English.
he
is. I think he have to be English.
He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not English. Never mind that. But I did one of those Cards Against Humanity things. My wife used to sign me up for the 12 Days of Christmas shit.
Uh-huh.
And they had one where you got to be. They had this castle that they bought in Scotland somewhere, and one of your gifts was you got to be king of that castle for 3 minutes. So for 3 minutes, I was actually a Scottish king. And one of my decrees was I knighted myself, my friend Ben, my wife and kids, all my chickens, Bruce Campbell, and Tom Baker, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of those people are all sirs. Some of them don't know it. The chickens are all dead. They died. They got eaten by a coyote, or a raccoon, or a fucking rabid neighbor, or some shit. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I hope you all enjoyed the ride.
I might be too stoned for this story too. I don't know. You were king of a castle for 3 minutes.
Yes, I was a king, and Bruce Campbell, I knighted him. So Bruce Campbell, you are Sir Bruce Campbell per king.
So you knew when to start. They told you like at 8:47 a.m. Central Time, you will be the knight.
Yes,
or you will be the king, and you can go ahead and do this. And how did you like sign a piece of paper, or how do you do this? I want to know what
I did. I have a document somewhere attesting to the fact that I was king of this castle for three minutes.
Okay. I really think Bruce Campbell and Tom Baker should know about this.
I think they should too.
I don't think anybody has knighted him before. Yeah. No, this is a serious thing. I'm going to make a documentary about it. I'm going to be like Louis Theroux. I instantly had to track down Bruce Campbell and give him the good news that Chris had knighted him.
Well, you should have been here last Sunday. Then you could have told him then.
Oh, Louis Theroux was there?
No, Bruce Campbell.
Oh, Bruce Campbell.
Jesus Christ! Do keep up.
We are going on a journey. A very long journey through the world of the Target novelizations in publication order. Every week we are looking at a new book, talking about Terrence Dicks, Malcolm Hulke, and all our Doctor Who novelization friends. Whatever you do, keep turning the pages. This is Jason Miller of the Doctor Who Literature Podcast, a member of the Direction Point Podcast Network, and you are listening to Doctor Who Gives a drunken Doctor Who podcast for the end times.
All right, boys and girls, and anything in between. We're going to do our review / commentary on The Church on Ruby Road. So if you have your Disney Pluses ready to go, or your BBC iPlayers ready to go, we went past the BBC logo. We paused it for like on the first second of the actual content of the episode. And we're going to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay. Beautiful opening shot.
Yeah.
Just accidentally unmuted my TV for a second.
There we
Okay.
go. All right, so we're in a church. We're outside a church. Okay, so who is this hooded stranger that's going to leave this baby out in the middle of the snow?
Fuck. I hate that question. Because I'm sure it's been quite the topic in all the
yeah.
forums.
Yeah.
You know what kind of disappoints me about the whole thing?
Yeah.
Here we are once again we're all wondering about a mysterious woman.
Yeah.
It's like,
Doctor Who's
come on.
greatest hits.
I hate that.
I don't have anything against that.
That's not how you hold
in
a kid, by the
particular.
way.
I'm not like shitting on women.
tower.
I'm just saying they've really flogged the shit out of this fucking trope.
Yeah.
So I've got two theories. One is stupid, and one is kind of like really out there. The stupid one is that's actually Ruby, which is stupid because why would she?
I thought that too.
But I mean, that's the whole Ouroboros situation where she basically gives birth to herself, and that's fucking bullshit. And if they go that way, I just fucking give up. But my off the ball idea is that it's Rose Tyler.
Which one was the bullshit theory again? No, I'm kidding. All right.
So this chick on the left here, or I'm sorry, this lady on the left there, she's apparently like a famous celebrity. She actually does this kind of shit.
Yes, her name is Davina McCall. There was a skit for Red Nose Day with her and David Tennant where he dressed in drag. I think maybe not. I strike that, but I think the two of them did a skit together. Maybe it wasn't the one who was dressed in drag, but she also hosts, or maybe hosted at one time. But for a while she hosts Big Brother.
Okay.
And I got really excited when I saw her in this because I'm like, oh, it's that she played herself in a horror series called Dead Set. That was on up in the UK, created by Charlie Brooker, who went on to do Black Mirror. And it's about a zombie outbreak, but it's set in the Big Brother house. And she plays herself as the host, and she has probably one of the best performances of a zombie I've ever seen. I'm not joking.
Okay.
And
great.
Her and the girl from Train to Busan. And if you've seen it, you know what I mean, and I think you do.
Okay. All right. So we have Millie Gibson playing Ruby Sunday right there.
Absolutely adorable.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Oh, she's definitely adorable.
When they released the pictures of her and she was like all kind of like, do I dare say sexy? Yeah, I was kind of turned off, and I had people mad at me. You know, why would you criticize it just because for what she looks like? Because they're
selling her. They're basically selling her. Yeah.
Yeah, and because she's really young and it makes old men feel creepy, or at least
it's like no,
old
I'm
men
not
with a
supposed to
good
be...
conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
okay.
I don't think there's a lot of men with really good conscience.
It makes me feel creepy. I'm glad they went more for adorable than hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Although I'm sure they'll probably hot her up later in the series.
Probably, but I don't know. Okay, dare I say, she's kind of got a Sarah Jane vibe.
I don't know where you're coming up with that at all, mate.
I see it.
Just kind of the perfect blend of naive and capable.
Okay.
Like, she has no idea what's going on, really, but she rolls with it pretty fucking well.
And she plays a mean keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's got. I mean, if you can read sheet music, you automatically go up, in my opinion.
Well, they're not reading sheet music. They don't have any sheet music there. They're all playing by ear. I don't know what they're playing, if they're playing their own
or
song.
memory.
What does the old lady say? She said something that I didn't understand. I don't
know. I don't have the captions on there, so I don't know.
I think it may have been a reference to some British pop thing that I've never heard of.
Like,
okay.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, speaking of feeling kind of ashamed for feeling a little horny, here you go.
Dear.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that I would be saying this. But for that one moment, the doctor was kind of, okay, well, no, that's not true. But yeah.
Did you get a little tingle there, man? Get a little tingle?
Oh, man.
No, it's on purpose. Look at they do it on purpose.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're flawed. It's like, oh, yeah, we got a hot young dude here. Let's fucking flash it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. You know what? I'm not
now
into
he's
that,
the Flash.
but
Yeah,
totally
about
okay
that.
with them using the doctor as a sex symbol. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, William Hartnell. Ooh, whoa.
Okay, how can they hear themselves talk in that club? I mean, there's no. I mean, they'd have to like right at each other's
TV magic.
ears. Yeah, exactly. I always hated that trope. You know, they have perfectly normal conversations in the middle of a fucking rave.
Yeah, no, you'd be screaming at each other.
It's first of all, they're young and they have better eardrums than we do, because my friends could talk like that in a club. Plus,
no, they don't.
RTD
They ruined their hearing with
hasn't
avocado
written-
toast and iPhones.
RTD hasn't written a good conversation in a club scene since Queer as Folk. That whole thing is them in the club talking. Oh, Token Trans character, just had to say. I'm sorry if that offends you, but that's what it's.
I mean, that's kind of what they did there.
Yeah, we have our quota.
No, I'm not triggered by it at all. But it's like I
but it is like,
feel like
okay,
they were just doing the fucking quoted check mark.
Okay.
I think when I first saw this, I thought the beginning the goblin hands were kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And I have a lot to say about the goblins. I think that they might be stolen from somewhere.
Oh, yeah, no fucking shit, they're stolen from somewhere.
And there's like, anyway, we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
But I really like the idea that they're doing all this stuff, like trying to kill, like it's the Omen or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually kind of nice.
Are you guys where the snowman head just fell?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
I thought I might have fucked up the timing, but okay.
Oh
I'm
no,
still
we're good. Now apparently this was this bit. Either this bit or the bit with him and the cop. This was actually added after they screened. Yeah, the cop's coming up. They actually added this bit because Disney did a screener and they had their test audience, and the test audience was like, we don't have enough Doctor Who here. We need to see the Doctor in action early on. So I think they actually went back, Disney footed the bill here and inserted this scene we're watching now.
This was the scene they had to have. I heard that they went and had to have some shit added on. I wondered.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't
is
know
one of
what
them.
the fuck it was though.
Yeah, because
Okay.
but basically,
That's cool.
I mean, of course, let's get the Doctor in there early on. That's fine.
I approve. I actually like this scene a lot.
Yeah, the cop
And he pulls a Paul McGann here because he said something about, you're going to go on and do this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that sonic screwdriver.
It's a very kind of it's a very classic Doctor Who scene, I would say.
Yeah.
Just the Doctor being unnecessarily clever.
Yeah. Looks like he's holding a badge there.
I think he looks like.
I know. I don't like that.
It looks like an electric razor from like the 80s.
Norelco. Like Santa Claus is going to be riding on us.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was too young to understand what that was. I knew Grandpa had one, but.
Oh man, I tried one of those once. Those were hell. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with disposable razors.
I use shaving cream and razors from Harry's.
There's the Westminster Bridge. We crossed that in the middle of a hailstorm when we were in London.
Notting Hill Gate, sir. What scene is? Oh, this is where she. Okay.
Oh, this is where we get exposition time here with her and her fam.
Oh, and can I point out a little claim to fame here?
Yeah.
Me and TGI Friday share a birthday.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm a Christmas Eve baby myself.
There you go. Okay, what's the deal with this woman here?
It took me a minute.
Is she?
TGI. It took me a minute.
I've heard it put forth that she is not the Mara. God damn it.
The Ronnie.
The Ronnie. Thank you.
The Ronnie.
Sorry.
Oh my God! Yeah. I do that same thing. I call her the Mara.
Every mysterious woman who appears on the fucking show is like, it's the Ronnie.
I know.
And she's got the front door that looks like a TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the lady that delivers Ruby as a baby. You know, instead of TGIFs, shouldn't it be like, thank God it's Wednesday because she's Ruby Sunday? So if I'm gonna, never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Her wardrobe, by the way, is fantastic. I love the look with the Scottish looking kilt skirt thing and the bomber jacket.
They couldn't pass up getting an ass shot in there.
No,
you know what?
Of course they're not. I mean, come on. That's just. I love their apartment, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Not only is it's so long and sexy, and I love their Christmas decorations and
the color scheme.
Yes. The postmodern kitchen is so cool. I can't imagine pulling that off. And also one thing it kind of reminds me of Friends. Like, could they really afford that apartment?
Right.
Well, I mean, how much is her mom getting paid to like foster all these kids?
I don't
know
about in England, but in America, it's not a bad gig. You actually get a pretty good chunk of change.
Okay.
She does say that there's Section 8 or something like that. I don't think they use
that's Section 8 housing. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
No, but if you're fostering kids, you can draw it like you get a check just for that, and then it's like benefits on crack. Like you pretty much qualify for fucking everything.
Yeah.
Because none of the money that you've got coming in like counts towards your income. So like you actually have money coming in, but as far as they're concerned, you're broke.
Yeah.
This woman's taste is fantastic. I'm not kidding.
But no, not, and I'm not trying to say, some welfare queens bullshit. I'm like, that's decorating on a budget, and she did a fantastic fucking job with it,
Yeah. Okay, they're staring at a kid.
There is something that came up that I had to look up. I don't know when it's going to come. But I like the idea that a picture of every child is up on the...
Oh, yeah, you see it. Yeah, it's in the background there, yeah.
It's a sweet thing, and also it's used as a device later on. That's
right. Yeah. It's kind of like
a plot point.
It's kind of like the anti-911 wall, because it's like all the babies that they saved.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. And where is my cup of tea?
I love Grandma.
It's kind of like the Charlie Bucket thing. She's going to like later on in the season, she's going to get up and it's like, I got a golden ticket. It's like, right. Fucking hell, you can get up all this time?
David
if I was the mom, I'd be really
all of a
pissed
sudden
off.
she can move.
Are you telling me, you fuckers, I was an enabler to you old people? You're like the 4 laziest old people on the planet. I've had it. That's an SNL skit right there.
There you go. Oh, man. Vintage camera there.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that a trend now, though?
Yeah.
It's been a trend. It's been trendy for years.
Weddings, they'll either have a photo booth or they'll put a camera.
Like disposable cameras on your table.
Yeah, disposable camera on each table, which I really like.
That almost looks like the Stranger Things lights that she has on her wall there. Like,
Mhm.
the kid's gonna like haunt the walls there and like spell out a message.
That's good. Grandma's gonna haunt the wall and be like, "Where's my fucking tea?"
Georgie, bring me my tea. There was an old. Never mind. All right. Now, all this is great. So far, so good.
Yeah. Okay,
But
she's gonna get the news that they couldn't track her parents because she's an alien.
Yes, that's it exactly. No, it's gonna turn out she's like a child of time or some shit.
Right.
Like,
She's
I
the daughter of Rose and Handy Tennant.
I swear to God, if they do the she's fractured throughout time thing, I'm gonna fucking throw something through my TV.
Yeah.
yeah, I want. Why can't it be like?
Kitchen is my fucking God. They did use. I mean, I don't know if that's like a camera lens that you're using, but my God, you can like play hockey in there.
Do you know?
Yes, it's fish eye.
Do you know if I think if wait, if I was, what I would say? I would say, okay, we found your mother is dead, but your father lives in so and so. So the question is she going to go and see her father or not, and introduce her and find out what's.
Why would they lie to her like that? I mean, if they can't track them down, then they can't track them down. I mean, why sugarcoat it?
Oh no! I'm saying, what if they could track him down? And they could use that later on as a plot, like should she go see him or shouldn't she go see him?
Yeah,
she is all in time and space now. And this bit with her about to die from a Christmas tree is hilarious.
Yeah, but why are they targeting her? They should be targeting.
It's explained, but fuck me if I can explain it.
Yeah,
she's kind of. I mean, it basically boils down to she's collateral damage.
Okay,
I guess. But the way she's about to die, or quote unquote die,
right,
is from a show. Anybody know? Mary Hartman.
Oh,
somebody's impaled by a Christmas tree.
What a fucking way to go! I would be mad if I get to the afterlife and they're like, "Guess how you got here, fucker."
Ooh, right in the star too.
Right.
Oh my God, I just heard a weird sound that kind of freaked me out. It was the cat snoring.
It's a goblin.
No, fuck goblins.
My cat, Rosie, has started this thing where when I start petting her, she gets all relaxed and she farts.
Oh, God.
Like, just about every fucking time now.
What are you feeding that cat?
Just like.
Oh, the baby's gone!
And,
okay, here we go. Now, by the way, this is a great picture for fans of aliens and/or cryptids. I'm going to say that's pretty cool. Reminds me.
I think her reaction to that was way under what it should have been.
Well, yeah, that's Doctor Who companion acting for you.
The picture reminds me of that old Tales from the Dark Side where the lady rents the room from the guy and it turns out there's a monster living in the closet. All right.
Yeah.
Here's another moment where RTD trolls Stephen Moffat because after she grabs the rope, the doctor comes running after her and he says something akin to, "Why did you just grab the rope? Why would you do that?" Which is a question I've always... what is it, the doctor dances, or is it the
empty child?
Whatever child.
Yeah, the empty
child.
Yeah.
Empty child / doctor dances, yeah.
Why the fuck does Rose do that? I know she has to get up into
it's the same reason why Sylvester McCoy started to, go down a cliff.
I thought she was climbing the rope to try to get up to the kid.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but she's gonna fucking do that like fucking Batman. She's gonna walk up the hill.
I know.
I'd be like, no, I can't
let's
do
face
that.
it. Is Rose really known for making the best fucking decisions? Well,
Rose also didn't have motivation like she does. like Ruby does.
Right.
True. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, you're gonna climb up. Okay, random ass ladder, but they took my kid. Yeah, you're going.
Okay.
Why did
Go
they
to-
name her Ruby again?
Because she was found
Church-
on the church on
Church
Ruby
on
Road.
Ruby Road.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and it was on a Sunday apparently.
So Ruby Sunday.
Yeah.
Because Ruby Christmas Eve would have just sounded fucking dumb.
Hey, I've seen people with the last name Christmas. I'd love that.
But Christmas Eve.
Okay. So all right. So
Oh,
we have.
here it comes. Gotta love the glove.
Yeah,
Okay,
smell the
I
glove.
don't mind this at all. It's the kind of shit that they would pull like in the classic series where like, we need something to explain.
For sure.
Let's just do this.
It's the doctor's radiation gloves.
Yes. You mean drugs? I mean drugs.
Now he's doing his Peter Pan.
And it does make for a good scene later when he pulls the fucking airship down.
That's
pretty
badass.
BA. That's pretty BA.
That's really badass. Yeah, you can say badass. It's we're not a family podcast, Chris.
No, I know, but I think I just sound cool when I say BA.
You
I sound
don't.
hip.
You don't.
You know, it's
You don't really. You don't.
Okay, here comes your Pixar moment right here.
Bro, I got so much fucking riz. Y'all don't even know.
Wow, that looks like the airship from the Fragile cover.
No cap, motherfuckers.
Okay. So these goblins, I'm willing to bet that you think they were lifted from somewhere else.
Well, they look like Baby Yoda crossed with a gremlin.
Okay. Okay. All right. By the way, this is the whole fucking thing here is Labyrinth. The baby.
Yeah. The Goblin King steals the baby. Yes.
Throw in a
exactly.
mix of Time Bandits too, maybe a little
Yes.
Willow.
Yeah.
But there is a tabletop miniature war game called Malifaux, which is much more popular in the UK than it is here. And there are 5 different sects, if you will, or families in the game. And
Ooh, I
one
love
of them
sects.
one of these is the goblins. Sects, sir, sects. not
Well, this is an
sexes.
RTD episode.
I
so
said
there are
what I
probably-
said.
Well, I mean, this is an RTD episode, so there probably is 5 different sexes in this episode somewhere.
And these guys look exactly like the goblins that you see in the books of the lore for Malifaux. They even have like the same technology, which is pretty cool. I don't know if this is I do question why a ship made of wood like this needs air vents, but
Right.
Well, how the hell is it going to fly?
magic dust.
I mean, yeah, we're basically just. I mean, the whole thing's fucking run by apparently a bunch of fucking knots. Like we're totally just cruising on magic here, man.
We really are. We've delved right into fantasy land here.
Yeah.
How did he make the reindeer fly, man? Oh, he give him some magic dust.
Man.
A
They
little
put a little more in Santa, and they, the Lord is Santa Claus, and they fly all around the world, man. Yeah, that's on my Christmas playlist.
Dave's not here.
Oh, man, I think I played with that dude. Yeah. No, man, Santa Claus is not the musician. You're telling me, man, that cat didn't know any, man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's Cheech and Chong. The Christmas skit.
I don't.
When,
I might
when-
have missed that one.
When I do murder mystery parties and people get like all rowdy and start talking, I go, class.
Whack his PP. Oh no! Wait, that's the bailiff one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he got it. Okay, so he got was. Oh, so okay. This is where he like hints that he had a torrid affair with Harry Houdini.
Oh God, that's right. I don't know how
And
I feel about that.
so did 13, and so did 5.
When did
and-
5?
When it's five.
Like multiple doctors have claimed to like have fucking had a weekend or whatever with
with Harry
Houdini.
Houdini. Yeah, John Pertwee's doctor. name dropped him too.
I don't care about 13 because I don't remember, but I kind of remember the Peter Davison era pretty well. I don't remember him. Which one he said that in?
I think it was the what's the name of the episode? The one with the road bandit guy that was so popular and
The Visitation.
The Visitation, yes, thank you. I think it was in The Visitation.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but at any rate.
Okay, now we're in like Willy Wonka land here. He's flying over Austria.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you say Willy Wonka land, it definitely felt like. Maybe we should just wait until we get there. But
yeah,
we're about here right now.
Yeah. Okay, they're gonna go through the door, go through the magic door.
Warning! Musical number approaching.
Oh fuck me.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh stop! Oh fuck!
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
Oh.
So like all these, I mean, this is kind of like an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer because
yes,
it really is because it's just like goblins
little bit of the old RTC going on here, running through the corridors.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, they're crawling through ducks.
I mean,
more like Die Hard.
Fair enough.
Ducks. I love ducks.
Fair enough, but I mean, it's the same thing with the smaller corridors.
At least this doctor's not going to like verbally abuse her like he did Sarah Jane.
What fucking ship has the kind of space for fucking air vents like that? By the way,
well, I mean the Starship Enterprise.
But that's a spaceship. Fucking size is not really a fucking limiting factor on starships.
Okay, that kid just must be stoned as fuck because it's just like not reacting to anything at all.
There we go.
Oh my god.
No,
here we go.
That's what babies do when you overstimulate them. They will just shut the fuck down. Seriously, for real.
Okay. But we really need to talk about what's happening on screen right now.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
God.
I hate this. I hated it, and then I was kind of like, okay, I guess I can live with it. It's okay, but then the doctor jumps in, and he has his own number that he sings.
And then
this whole thing, it reminds me of the Oompa Loompa songs from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They
actually released this shit. They actually released this in England before Christmas. It actually charted.
Are you fucking serious?
I am fucking serious.
More like, in my opinion, it sharded.
Yeah, there you go.
And you know what we've got here? You know what this is? This is fat shaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, shoot off.
How many, I guess he's eating a lot of baby. What do the other goblins eat? I thought they were going to split.
And think about this. If they do this musical number every time they eat a baby, think of how many babies that fat fuck has ate. And why are they so fucking happy that he's getting dinner?
Yeah, what the fuck do they get out of it?
I don't think that fucking 10 to 15 pound baby is going to feed this fucking crowd, man.
I mean, that's just
he can eat. He can eat me. He makes me swoon, sang the gay goblin.
Oh, dear God.
How I hate this.
So this is
I wonder. The only thing I'm going to give this episode is that it's a Christmas episode.
Yeah, you have to.
They do something, kind of dumb, like they had Santa in last Christmas.
I hate to break it to you, but you realize in 4 episodes, this is like the 3rd fucking musical number. I think this is probably going to be a thing going forward.
Well, I mean, this is, and here's my theory too, because we know that Jinx Monsoon is going to be playing some sort of musical based villain. Mm-hmm. So maybe she's already, or it's she. I'm sorry. Correct me if my pronoun's wrong here, but she's
just say she. Jinx Monsoon.
She may already be in the background here, causing the spontaneous singing.
Wait a minute. No,
Like,
wait.
you think
hold
this
on.
could be a plot point?
I think this could be a plot point. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Like, why
Yeah.
are we breaking out in the song and we don't even realize it?
Wait. When did this happen before, Chris?
Wait. But old toy maker said that, his legions are coming.
Yes.
And dude, I think you're onto something here.
Yeah.
For real.
I think
I'm feeling
shit's
this.
happening in the back down. Yeah.
What's the other musical number then, Chris? Because there's this one, the Toy Maker.
The Spice Up Your Life.
Spice Up Your Life. And wasn't there one in the first episode?
No. You might be thinking of the audio of the Beat the Meep song.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but still, 2 out of the last 4 episodes have had musical numbers.
I don't count. Okay, I guess you're right. I was gonna say I don't count the Toy Makers. I thought that was just him goofing around, like the Master did.
But here's the thing.
And they just happened to land right on her apartment. I think that's her place, right?
Probably.
That's what she is. Serendipity.
They all look the same. Okay, so there is a scene here. God damn it! Every time I think they show the grandma, I think they're going to show it.
That was definitely kind of a throwback to the
to Jackie.
Jackie, yeah.
Yeah, this doctor would okay, I'm in on that action.
Just talk, Grandma, I'd kill you. Like a tasty treat.
Okay, and she wet the bed.
In what way?
The bed there.
Take it any way you want.
Oh, all right.
Can I just say too that I mean, okay, all other shit aside, just purely on doctor vibes, I fucking love Shooty as the doctor.
Oh yeah,
already.
Yeah,
I'm fucking here for this. He's cool.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He's not mopey at all. I hope they keep him that way.
Right.
Yeah.
I am so fucking sick of the modeling shit.
I don't think. I think they're going to keep him like this because that's kind of the guy he was in Sex Education. Oh shit! That reminds me. Jeff Waddell posted on my Facebook timeline, like me personally, that there was an ad of Shooty Gatwa from a few years ago. He was in, and then there were none, which Jeff probably knows is a story that I'm obsessed with.
Oh, okay.
I wonder who he played.
Well, I mean, you can always look that shit up.
It was a play. It was a play, though. It wasn't a movie.
Yeah, but
no.
You mean like in high school or something? You mean like in high school?
No, like whatever the equivalent of off Broadway is.
We'll look up his IMDb. You know, it's probably listed there. They list all that shit.
IMDb doesn't list plays. They'll list video games, but they won't list plays.
Well,
that's bullshit. Excuse me.
Okay, I've lost the plot. What are they looking for?
I don't see. This shit where
this is what happens when you only watch it. This is like only the second time I've seen this too, so I'm really doing my job.
Number 3 over here. I actually watched it twice.
I think I'm on 3.
Like in the same afternoon because my mom wanted to see it.
I've got to say, the rewatchability has gone up.
Yeah.
Like with the whole, pretty much and I just tried this the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and watch while I'm at work, while I have all the time in the world to just sit and watch fucking TV.
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry
ahead.
to interrupt. I just want to mention that right there, the subtitles say that they're speaking in Patios. And I'm like, what language is Patios? Because it's capitalized P. And it turns out that there is no language with that name. That is just a term in English that means like a foreign language or something like that. So I'm sorry. Keep on going. I'm so sorry. I wanted to nerd out there.
No, that's cool. I learned a thing today.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Oh, you were talking about you were trying to watch something the other day at work.
series 13. I was like, I'm going to watch it over again.
Oh, dear God.
And I got like one episode in. I had enough time. I could have sat there and binged most of the season that night. I did one and I was like, no, I can't. But this, I've watched like all the new episodes at least 3 times.
Okay.
This would be my third viewing of this one in particular. But the other ones I've watched at least 3 times. And it's like it's not, the points that I don't like about it are not so fucking bad that it completely puts me off.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I pretty much agree. I just wish that they would stop making the Christmas special the reincarnation of the Doctor's first or last. It just doesn't seem to work. I think that's why 13th had a really strong first episode. I really like her first episode. I was excited, like as opposed to like, oh God, what was that awful? The one where Matt Smith went out. Blah blah. The Doctor.
Oh God, the
phone call of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Land of the Doctor. I don't know what I can't remember. With handles in it. Yeah, and the wooden Cybermen. Oh my God, let's geek out. They put it all in the kitchen sink. They all threw it in the kitchen wall to see what stuck.
Okay, so did the Doctor still speak baby? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
That was a Moffat.
Baby.
That was a Moffat thing that he can speak baby.
And if he was speaking to the baby, would it say they're speaking Patios?
Okay. Are you sure that wasn't pathos?
I've raised 2 babies, and for the first 6 months, all they say is, "I need food" or "I got to shit." That's basically it.
Yeah.
No, it's Patois.
Okay.
Patios is.
What do we think of the Doctor's costume or the Doctor's threads here? Because it's not really a costume. I don't think it is a costume.
His shoes.
I wish I could pull off that look. That's what I'd say, but I'm way too fat for that.
It's like a gay shaft.
I'm sure you could go to. Did you say a gay chef?
No, gay shaft.
Oh, a gay shaft. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so this is a gripe I have. Okay, so in the Star Beast, where they completely fucked the streets of London, and then they miraculously healed all the cracks
and no one will remember it happening in the next episode. It's,
okay,
I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah,
this is just the way shit is.
But they don't fucking fix the cracks in the apartment. Because they're like that at the end.
Well, these are goblin cracks. Come on, man.
Oh, they're goblin cracks.
Grandma don't give a fuck. She's like, "Where's my key? Maybe a little dick with that."
Like a tasty treat.
Tasty treat.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
By the way, this is where things get really freaky because Ruby's gone, and so they I'm trying to think what the physics of this are, but
so you want to go down that route?
They still no, because they kidnapped Ruby, but then they somehow that sort of retcons her whole existence, so she doesn't know who she is. She's all, and then we go to the fridge, there's only like maybe 2 or 3 photos in there, and she's like a real bitch, and the grandmothers are a real see you next Tuesday, and I'm trying to think. I'm really drunk now, so I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, all the things that you said. I thought they were going to turn the mom into somebody worse, like they were going to turn her into Monique from Precious, but they don't go that bad. I actually really, really like this. I don't know what else to call it, but it's a Wonderful Life bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there was people are doing this, like they'll do, you know what? No, Doctor Who has done this. They've done the Christmas Carol. They've done the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. They've done the Poseidon Adventure, which is kind of an outlying one, but whatever.
No Lord of the Rings yet, though. Still waiting.
Please, sir, don't say it out loud. So this could be more like they're doing It's a Wonderful Life, which horror filmmakers have made. There was a movie that came out this last Christmas called It's a Wonderful Knife, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. If they would have cut out the goblin shit, they could have had a really good story here about Ruby Sunday and the wonderful life that she could have had but hadn't. And
oh, wait a minute. Okay, they didn't steal her in the present. They actually stole her as a baby.
Oh,
that's why. So she actually disappeared because she stole. Okay, I remember now.
But it's Disney now, and like the culinary equivalent of Disney is just you take a good dish and you put way too much fucking butter on it.
Yeah. Or sugar.
I mean, it's good, it's fun, it's enjoyable while it's happening, but you're probably going to have the shits later.
I don't know. I would like to know exactly how much creative decision making Disney people are doing in this.
Well, I mean, they're
a lot.
Well, yeah, because they're showing this to test audiences. They're saying, "Hey, we need another scene from here." And there's one more extra scene that they added because they actually added the bit where the doctor actually saves that woman from the Christmas tree. That wasn't in there originally.
And you can't. And I told you one of the things when Disney took it over was the dumbing down thing. And some people might take exception to this, but RTD even came out and said, we're going to go more for a fantasy bend with that.
Yeah.
And that's because sci-fi in America is a niche fucking market, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anything Disney gets that's sci-fi, they start taking a fantasy bend with it because that's just, Americans don't fucking like to think about shit. And they want someone to just go, hey, this is magic. And that's why we've got fucking flying spaceships or flying fucking time bandit ships and shit,
They're all crying and they don't know why they're crying.
Right. I've been there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to hate this now. Thank you, Chris.
No, but I mean, this whole bit here is really, I mean, they're really bringing the drama here. So that's a bit of kitchen sink drama.
And there's
Mara.
But the drama has always been there, especially in RTD episodes.
I didn't even think about, the big drama about the lady next door. She just looked all surprised that the fucking TARDIS disappeared.
Right, but then something...
But she knows what a fucking TARDIS is.
Okay, but then... Okay, so something happens after he rescues Ruby. He changes everything back, so now something's changed. Hey, hands!
I was just thinking, that is a beautiful church, and then I felt religious for a second. I said, fuck that, it's all CGI, you fucking...
Yeah, I like this. This is a very, as we referenced earlier, a very badass scene here that I'm just gonna fucking pull this motherfucker down.
Right.
Reverse the polarity and
fuck you.
I mean, it's what he does.
He does. They also kind of call back to Deep Breath because that half man, half android thing also got skewered by a church steeple.
Isn't that a throwback to oh shit, what was it? Not The Exorcist.
State of Decay.
Yeah, right.
No,
Decay.
that old the old movie about the child of Satan, and it's got Patrick Troughton in it, and he
The
gets
Omen.
fucked. The Omen, yes.
Oh, The Omen, yeah.
Where he gets skewered by the fucking
by the church steeple or
church
something.
steeple.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then that later happens again in Sorry, everybody.
Okay, here's our Zack Snyder moment here.
What's the fucking name of the movie? I have to say it because I'm rooting this shit. After Shaun of the Dead, they made Hot Fuzz.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh! Where's the blood? Where's the sinew? Where's the guts?
I think he should have been strangled by Ruby Sunday in a leotard. That would have been better. Not a leotard. A bikini.
But a slave costume. Oh, I can't say slave anymore. No.
Oh. What? Wait, for real? It's enslaved peoples? You have to say that? Or what do you
Well, no, because they changed the name of Boba Fett's ship. It used to be called the Slave One, and they don't call it that anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
It's Indigenous People One now.
Original people, as they call them in
Christopher
Australia. Original people.
Didn't land.
No. Well, he did, and that was the problem.
Oh! Thank you for the save. Thank you for the save.
Thank you for the setup.
Oh,
Save the clock tower!
Loud enough to cover that fart.
Save the clock tower. I listened to a great podcast called I Was There Too, and always as a guest they'd have on somebody who's not really like a big actor, but they were in like big important movies, and they had the guy that plays Biff from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I know that has nothing to do with Doctor Who right now, but
Okay, so here's the big mystery thing that's going to carry us over to like the end of the season. Or who's this woman?
Who's the mysterious woman?
We can't find out now because we're just at the beginning of the arc, so we got to stretch this out as much as we can.
He's got a time machine. He could have easily ran down to the end of the lane there and been like, "Yo, lady, who are you?"
Yeah.
But no, we got to run right back to the time machine.
So I mean,
even though we could have spent 3 weeks there and nobody would have known.
I mean, this woman here, the next door neighbor, that woman there, that might be the mother.
Or I think it might be Mel. Could be Mel.
I think it might be Ruby.
Yeah.
I hate that. Please don't.
Okay, the crack's back.
I'm putting $1 on it's Ruby right now. Okay. The odds of that got to be about 1,000. So I expect $100.
Are you saying Ruby is the old woman next door, or are you saying Ruby?
The old woman. The old woman next door is Ruby.
Okay, so who's the mysterious hooded woman who left Ruby at the church?
Ruby.
Okay.
Ruby.
Current Ruby.
Well, near future.
So she's like a guardian angel, in a way.
She's
herself?
Protecting some kind of time loop that's going to fucking protect the doctor somehow. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. I pulled the string so the fucking. I pulled the string so the whole ship's gonna fall apart now.
Oh, did you see that? She was carrying a flask.
Yeah, she was drinking. Yeah.
I did not catch that.
I agree. It would be better without this scene. Just the thought of.
The thing is, nobody dies. Everyone lives.
Yes, whatever.
Every doctor should get one of those runs at least. Shamey got his at the beginning, I guess. His pretty low stakes episode. Well, no, I
Low
mean,
stakes. We're introducing a new companion. We're setting up a new era of Doctor Who.
I mean, low stakes in the sense that had the Doctor completely boned this, the entire universe wouldn't have fucking died. Like, okay,
instead we just like lose like one person.
right? Yeah, and a few lives are affected and blah blah blah, and it sucks. It's a tragedy. What the fuck have you? But yeah, I don't think at least.
Okay, this woman's giving me Liz Sladen vibes right now.
Fuck. Yeah.
Grandma got her fucking tea finally. This was the point I breathed a sigh of relief in that episode. I'm like, God damn, it's about time y'all got that at your fucking tea.
At last, a tasty treat.
At last.
If I keep trying to do it, it turns into the leprechaun from Lucky Charms. It's Christmas. We must have a tasty treat. No, I can't do it anymore. I could do it after Chris did it. Yeah, Liz Sladen, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. But, and plus, they could have her play the same character without the original actor playing the character. So everybody isn't going to be, but I like that.
Oh, it'll still
like
piss people off. It will.
But then wouldn't the Doctor recognize her, though? I don't know.
How old would she be now? Like, would Elizabeth be?
God, she'd probably be in her 70s right now because she died pretty young.
Yeah.
I think she was late 50s when she died?
Probably.
Early 60s?
Late 50s, early 60s. I don't have it in front of me right now.
Geez, how old was she on the program? Was she looking old?
If we're talking unit dating controversy, I mean that's a whole can of worms right there.
No, fuck all that. Fuck it. Just assuming that the Pertwee episodes took place when they were filmed.
Yeah.
Was she in her 20s? She didn't look like it.
I don't know.
I always thought she was kind of more
She was born in 1946.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay.
So my mom was 50, so she's 4 years older than my mom, so she is 70, late 70s, mid to late 70s.
Okay.
She's hiding. There's a whole cask underneath that. Folder.
She's got another one. She's got another one in her coat.
Mm-hmm. And a Hand of Omega in the basement.
I think she looks really uncomfortable, like somebody's holding her up behind her back.
She's actually Davros.
No, because remember, we're not putting Davros in a chair anymore.
Okay. Well, she is.
Do love the new interior.
Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. We got the classic. Okay, this is for all the benefit for all those Disney people who have never seen Doctor Who before and have to have it spoon-fed. How many spoons are we out now at this point? I don't know.
Oh, lots of spoons. But I mean, if there's any tradition, it's the fucking new companion getting introduced to the TARDIS. I mean, this is a thing. It's always been a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Here's a question. That little nick in her eyebrow. Me and my wife had an extensive conversation about this the other day. Like, is that a scar, or is that like an intentional aesthetic thing?
Oh, it could be a scar because I mean, James Marsters, who played Spike on Buffy, had a scar like that over his eyebrow, and like when they did the vamp makeup, he specifically told the makeup artist, incorporate the scar with the vamp forehead.
Yeah,
so it could very well be an actual scar of hers.
I used to have a scar. Already. I used to have a scar like that. It was from having the chicken pox. But
he's got his tasty treat now.
I hate that they had to throw the fucking cards in while the episode's still going. It's like, it disturbs me that the fucking Disney Plus thing is there, but you got to throw it in the fucking... Guys,
I just figured it out. This is Verity Lambert and Waris Hussein.
Oh,
He kind of looks like a young
kind of
Waris
does,
Hussein.
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Looks like he's never seen a cock before.
This is the best.
Wow, she's a smoker too, you
ever.
can just tell.
My mom knew who she was, which, like, I was like, what? I'm like,
The
Mom,
actress, you mean?
remember? Yeah. I'm like, you don't even remember what movie we saw yesterday. How you remember who this woman is? Because she's got...
Apparently she's extreme, like, I saw a bunch of shit, and I guess it's more of an English thing, but apparently she's a big fucking deal. I had no idea who she was.
What do we all think of the Church on Ruby Road? I mean, I thought it was fine. I was entertained. It was good, but I mean, I didn't turn right around and watch it again. I mean, this is only the second time I've watched it. You know, I just didn't feel, too compelled to rewatch it like I did the Star Beast and the Giggle.
Yeah. Do we rate these, or am I thinking of some other podcast?
We can rate them. I mean, 1 to 10 scale. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it a solid 8. I'll deduct a few points for the Goblin song, and it felt a lot like a Buffy episode.
It did. It really did.
Yeah, it really did.
I agree, but I don't think it was as good. I think, like, I'm totally serious. There were 3 great things in this movie, or in this episode: Ruby Sunday, Chirigatwa, and that fucking apartment, and them talking in that kitchen.
Mm-hmm. You better watch it, because a lot of people back in the day was bitching about, all they were doing was having conversations in kitchens.
Well, Lord Game Master Josh Simon had a theory that if there's a kid in a kitchen in an episode of Doctor Who, it's probably not good. And then all of a sudden I started seeing kids in kitchens everywhere. But this has a kid in the kitchen, but it's way better than that one with the fat English American talk show guy, James...
Corbin, yeah.
Corden. Like,
yeah.
The cord. Okay.
Yeah.
God, I really am the only person who liked that fucking episode, ain't I?
No, I liked the logic. The logic was good. The other one was crap.
Okay. The logic in this episode makes no sense. I hated the goblins. I thought that was a really shitty choice on someone's part. Which is interesting because, I was interested in them before I saw them.
I mean, they look too much like fucking Baby Yoda to me. I'm sorry, Grogu. He's got a name now. It's Grogu.
That's right.
They look too much like Grogu. The Goblin King looked too much like Jabba the Hutt, and has to Faka Jack Benoff has to Fasta whatever the long game, the Jaguar Fest of the yeah. And thrown it with a bit like a Buffy demon that also ate babies.
Did anybody read this script or even treatment and say to Russell T Davies, Russ, it seems a little bit like Labyrinth, don't you think? With goblins kidnapping a baby for the Goblin King, but in this case,
I think more likely someone read it and went, "This needs to be more like Labyrinth."
Possibly, unless there's a bunch of fairy tales and shit that I'm not thinking of, where a baby is kidnapped so somebody can eat it or do something to it.
Well, yeah, there's like tons of fairy shit that has that in there, man.
We don't call it fairy shit. We call it fey poo poo.
Okay, do I have to shake myself here?
Canceled by the Fae community.
Oh, you don't want to piss them off. Don't piss off the fairies. You don't piss off the people who follow the fairies.
Fae, not fairies.
Okay. All right, is it my turn?
Sure.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5. No, I'm sorry, 6 out of 10. That's the same thing.
Ooh, 6 out of 10. Oh, okay. All right, Chris.
I completely agree with Sean. 3 of the best things were Shooty and Ruby and the apartment. I'm trying my damnedest to just be really fucking open-minded with this shit and the whole fantasy aspect of it. And I mean, let's face it, it's not really the first time that Doctor Who's gone a little bit more towards fantasy than reality. Reality. Ooh, no, nothing to do with this. A little bit more from sci-fi towards fantasy, and I'm just taking that as it comes, and I'm okay with it. You know what, the musical numbers, I'm not gonna lie, kind of enjoyed it. I really do hope.
At least they can fucking sing. At least they can fucking sing.
Right, and I really hope your theory comes to fruition, that I'm really overjoyed to hear that might turn out to be a plot point with Storm Smith or whatever the hell her name is.
Jinx Monsoon.
Yes, that too. I really hope it turns out to be a fucking plot point with that shit. That would make it way cooler. But even if it's not, I'm all right with it. I'm okay with it, and I kind of enjoyed it. And I would give this overall, I think I liked it a little more than Sean. I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Right, so, okay. And I just want to point out that how fucking long has it been since all 3 of us gave a above average review to a fucking episode of New Who.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is absolutely true. Absolutely true.
All right. Well, that averages out to a 7, basically.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a nice thing to watch on Christmas Day.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, and I'm totally viewing it through the lens of, I'm keeping in mind that this is a Christmas episode.
That's why I don't think they should use Christmas episodes as first or last episodes for that incarnation of the Doctor.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
agreed. Absolutely.
But all right. So, I mean, was this a Christmas episode, or was this an episode that aired at Christmas? Because I didn't really. I mean, okay, yeah, we did have the Christmas tree, we had the big snowman, but I mean, anything else that happened after
it's
the
still
snowman,
there.
Yeah, but it's surface. It's not really centered around Christmas.
Well, I mean, neither was the one with the Doctor and the shark with the 11th Doctor. You know,
that was Christmas Carol.
Oh wait, that was you're right. Never mind. But
in Voyage of the Damned,
please edit my idiocy out. No.
In Voyage of the Damned, it's really fucking Christmassy until the Titanic gets struck by the meteor or whatever it was.
Right.
I mean, they've got a really good Christmas music in there called The Stowaway, a Christmas song, called The Stowaway, that was great and I guess never took off, but I think they used it again in a Capaldi episode. But yeah, that's a rockin' Christmas party with all the crab legs you can eat and martinis. And if you're not having a great time, my name isn't Max.
That's my kind of party right there.
Yeah. And,
crab of course, legs and martinis. That sounds so fucking good.
Yeah, it all goes down the shitter when it gets hit, but that's what happened in the Poseidon Adventure. Speaking of Christmas tree action, that one had some right there too.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the other episodes, but yeah.
Well, we watched. I mean, this year we watched The Snowman and we watched Voyage of the Damned. Those were the only 2 Christmas Doctor Who episodes that we put on.
And those are both episodes where it's not a regeneration episode.
Right.
And I think that those stories benefit from that. I don't remember what the fuck The Snowman was about, though.
I do have a lengthy comment from our good friend Jeff Waddell, he actually starts off talking about the 3 specials, and then he gets into a bit about the Christmas special here. So he says,
"Can you read it in a Scottish? Can you read it in a Scottish accent?"
Oh God, I'm going to try. Okay.
Don't.
Okay. No, I was going to summon my James Doohan here. Tennant is by far my least favorite incarnation of modern Doctors. I'm going to end up sounding like my invitation of of Stephen Moffat here. Yeah. And Darlene's gonna like come at me like, stop doing that. Just stop doing that. No one can understand you.
No. If it's please stop. No. 'cause
Okay.
you're not,
All right. Okay. Tennant is by far my least favorite incarnation of modern Doctors, so I was never going to like the 3 specials. And by specials, they really meant nothing to celebrate 60 years. It was just the Tennant Tate Show Part 2, but it's done now. While the Christmas special was better than I feared, we all know RTD is a self-proclaimed hack. But my goodness, his new run so far has been hacks of all his previous ideas. Fans were up in arms about the timeless child storyline of the Doctor being an abandoned orphan. Well, here we are. The companion is an abandoned orphan. What a wonderful and original idea. Not. He actually pulls a not. Very 1990s of you there, Jeff. I'll tell you what. It's an idea from the books. The whole abandoned baby at a church. Does anyone know what he's talking about?
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
He has in parentheses Saul, Saul, question mark.
Saul? Like a guy's name?
Yes.
I don't know. Is this a riddle?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Is it-
you guys are the Doctor Who book experts around here. I figured.
Is there a book? Is it the Doctor Who novel written by Bob Odenkirk, star of Better Call Saul? I feel like there's something there. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ringing a bell.
Yeah, it says
but
yet another storyline homage. I call it stolen from the original source. So apparently that this was.
Oh,
this...
wait. Oh, yeah, it's one of the first 3 series of the Virgin New Adventures. The Time Worm shit.
Oh.
It's the
okay.
fuck it. There was a church. Oh, and I'm digging deep to find this. It's been some years since I read that.
Yeah, that's like
shit.
that's like the very beginning of the New Adventure line.
Saul Church was an intelligence within St. Christopher's Church in the town of Chelden, Boniface, England.
Oh my god!
The church was his body, has been at the site for centuries. The Celts thought of him as a local spirit. The Saxons thought him. This was a VNA thing. Yeah.
Who would have? Who else would have known about? That's amazing that he knew that. I'm very impressed. Take that, Radio Free Scarro.
I don't feel like this is a ripoff of that, though. Well, no, RTD would have to have been aware of all that shit.
Oh yeah,
because he wrote a NVA, didn't he? Yeah, yes, he did.
Yeah, Damaged Goods, I think, is what it was.
Damaged Goods, yes, correct. Yeah,
which basically features Rose and her mother in it, but they're given different names.
Okay,
prototype. Well, they were still Tyler's.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. How do you remember that kind of shit? What the fuck?
It's random. Dude, I've read like thousands of pages of novels, and it's like I probably only remember 10% of it, and it's like it's in little bits and pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That's how I'm finding. It's like.
All right. Anyway, to continue on, while musicals aren't my thing, in a Christmas special, I can forgive the Doctor being able to sing during a crisis. After all, his brain works 100 times faster than humans. But a companion able to come up with a song in the middle of a crisis where they're about to kill a baby? Give me strength. I'm guessing you mean that it's going to be Disneyfied as it's all going to be a bit woke. I hate that term. Yeah, I hate that term too. I mean, when others say woke, we basically mean all inclusive. We're being all inclusive here.
Yeah.
But
conservatives have taken that term and just like warped it, like the gay community warped the word queer.
No, they've totally at least done their best to make it into some kind of pejorative, basically.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
we haven't gotten to the point where like we take the word woke back from them. You know, it's like liberal.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, I mean...
I'm sorry, continue with the letter. Continue with the reading of the letter.
It's a bit too much for me. Gatwa is a bit too camp for me. I prefer the Doctor to be asexual, but that's just me. I'm not convinced this era is going to be to my liking, but it is what it is. Fuck it. I've got 50 years available on iPlayer to watch again. And then he says, "Hey, abroad 2024, the three who drool." I guess that's some sort of Scottish thing.
The three who drool.
That's
Is that us?
Yeah, that's us.
Ah, okay.
Okay, well, I really hate to hurt anybody's feelings about this, but Eric Escamilla and Josh Simon and I have a string of DMs on Facebook called the Three Who Drool.
Ah, okay.
And he knew that about that too.
I don't know. I refer to the three of us as the Fearless Three. I happen to notice that there's not been an episode of Mostly Harmless Cutaway reviewing this particular episode. Did Josh finally say, "Fuck it, I'm done"?
No. We did record an episode. I just don't know why it's not been out yet. But I am told Carl is on it, and do you remember Kat
from
back in the
Verity?
day? No, not Katrina or Kat. I don't know what her full name is. It might be Katrina, but it's not the same Katrina.
Okay.
She's actually in it, and she hasn't been on the show for 4 or 5 years, so it was nice talking to her. And I'm told that they had a really good conversation about inclusion, which I don't seem to remember anything about. But that's probably a good thing.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be out soon. It'll be out soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, but not as soon as this.
No, this will be out 5 hours from now.
Pretty much.
I'd go to sleep until I edit the podcast.
I put it in the magic closet, and all the fairy pixie dust gets sprinkled on it, and then it comes out to be a podcast. And we just lost Chris. And we just got him back.
Sorry.
You're on camera, dude!
What the? When you said that, JB, you put something on it and you sprinkle it down. It's such a podcast. It's very Sylvester McCoy.
I was trying to mute my mic for a second. I'm sorry, I'm ugly. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not ugly. It was just you had the fucking Cubs pennant there. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah. We won a World Series, you know.
Yeah, look what happened a week later, motherfucker.
You have been listening to Doctor Who Gives a Fuck, a drunken Doctor Who podcast for the end times. You can stream or subscribe to this human filth on Apple Podcasts or wherever the fuck you listen to your favorite podcasts. And for fuck's sake, leave a fucking review on Apple fucking Podcast. Don't be a cuck. Tell us why we suck. You can also follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter until some maniacal multi-millionaire buys those companies in their quest for world domination. And then you're all fucked. Doctor Who and all related characters and situations are trademarks of the BBC, and no infringement is intended.
Let me know when you guys are all ready.
I'm ready.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Psh. Cut him some slack, Jack.
To the new Doctor Who collection with 4 fucking episodes.
What? JP, what the hell's he talking about?
They made a big deal about there's a Doctor Who collection on Disney now, and it's just the new episodes and the fucking Christmas specials. It's just the 4 fucking episodes Disney has control over. And they gave it a big fucking banner and all the Doctor Who collection. It's like, there's like 8,000 episodes of this shit, guys. I'm not fucking impressed.
In the meantime, Tubi's like, here, hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking Tubi.
Okay, I'm good to go, guys. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
Direction point. direction point.
A Doctor Who podcast network.